Hi guys, so I just wanted to come back and share a quick review on my latest read, The Lavender House, which I've been telling y'all I've been reading. So I finally finished it today. This is the cover. Very good book, guys. Very good book. As I mentioned in a past vlog, it was a whodunit type of mystery, and I went over the characters. So if you haven't checked out that video, please feel free to do so. So basically, long story short, there was a murder in the house, and the wife of the murdered, she hired a detective named Andy, and basically, he stayed in the house, during the time of the investigation, just really just trying to figure out who done it. Like, was it somebody like in the family? Was it a rival? That sort. So it ended up. I'm not gonna spoil the book, but it ended up being very like it was a twist in the end. I'm not gonna spoil the book because I don't do that. So the book was roughly, let's see, guys. It was a very short read. It took me a little bit longer to read than I wanted because I just had a busy week with work and stuff. So I finished it overall within, let's say, 4 or 5 days, roughly. I could have finished it sooner, but my schedule was just hectic this week. So it was 269 pages, and he also has. I didn't realize it was a part of a series. Well, I don't know if it's part of a series, but he just did like a couple sneak peeks of the next novel that he had written after this one, and it's called The Bell in the Fog, which was published in 2023. So that is the picture of it, guys. I am definitely going to read this book also because I enjoyed The Lavender House. So I'm definitely going to read this one, you know, in the coming months. And he also shared another book. I really did like this author. Usually I don't read a lot of male authors. I don't know, and it's not because I'm biased or anything, but it's just crazy because usually the books that I pick are predominantly, women authors. So and like I mentioned, I picked this book out on a whim. This book was not referred to me by anyone, and I'm glad I did because I love going into books blindly sometimes, whether they're popular or not. And I had never heard anything about this book or this author, but it will not be my last read by him. I really enjoyed this book. And as I mentioned before, I usually I don't read a lot of books like this. Like, remember I told y'all all the characters in the book were queer. So that was a very interesting twist to the book. And I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it, guys. I would give it a if you're gonna rate it, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Like, it gets a very high rating from me. It was a slow burn, like I say. Usually whodunits are slow burns, and because, like, it's a fall season, like, mystery suspense is usually my go-to. Because the next book I'm reading, which I'm going to introduce to y'all, is called A Flicker in the Dark. And this is also a mystery and suspense. I'm going to go ahead and start this one tonight because this is actually our next book club read. And we also are reading Hold My Girl by Charlene Carr. That's the bonus read. And that book was actually referred to me by a vlogger. So I'm excited to read both of these books. I picked this up before I even picked it for the next read. I had picked this book up a couple of months ago, when I was doing just, a store run. And I just wanted a new book. And I knew the fall was coming up, and I ended up picking this. And this is actually, though, Stacey Willingham has, she has written more novels since this came out, but this was actually her debut novel, this one. So, guys, I'm just going to read the synopsis so we can get like a little glimpse. Okay, when Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding. While she has a fragile grasp on the happiness that she worked so hard to achieve, she sometimes feels as out of control of her own life as the troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenage girl goes missing and then another, that terrifying summer comes crashing back. Is she paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't actually there? Or for the second time in her life, is Chloe about to unmask a killer? From debut author Stacey Willingham comes a masterly done lyrical thriller. A Flicker in the Dark is eerily compelling to the very last page. So, and the blurb, they have a blurb by Cameron Slaughter, who's actually a well-known, mystery. If you read one of her books, you know her books are very intense. We had actually read False Witness for one of our reads, and guys, I have yet to read another book by her. Not saying that the book wasn't bad, but it's just like the themes, like the things she discusses in her books, is very dark and very triggering. So yeah. So anyway, they have a blurb by her, and it reads, "A smart edge of your seat story with plot twists you'll never see coming." So I'm excited to read this one, A Flicker in the Dark. Yeah, and this one is a little bit longer than Lavender House. This one is actually, let's see, 354 pages. So I'm going to dive into this one tonight, guys, and I will be back for the vlog. Okay, until next time. Bye.